welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in again. I'm super excited to make this video. I'm super excited to connect with you. To all our existing subscribers, I want to say a big thank you to you for always showing up, always watching my videos, always sharing and liking. I want to say I really appreciate you. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe, and subscription is free. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell so I get to see my video when I post. So today I'm going to be sharing an important and interesting information, and you're going to like it. Now let's get right into the video. So welcome. So today I am going to be sharing important tips, and what I'm going to be talking about is how to successfully do an exclusive breastfeeding as a 9 to 5 mom. Yes, you heard me right. Exclusive breastfeeding as a 9 to 5 mom. That means you want to breastfeed your baby. You don't want to give your baby formula and then you are working, maybe you're an office person or you're a busy person from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or to whatever time. So far it is more than is at least a regular work hour, a regular 8-hour period or so. Exclusive breastfeeding. Exclusive breastfeeding in the layman language, or in the simplest term, is simply giving your baby only breast milk, no formula or whatever liquid at all, just breast milk. And it is advisable by doctor that you should give your baby you should do an exclusive breastfeeding for at least 6 months. That means the first 6 months of your baby's life you are going to be giving your baby only breast milk, no formula, no pap, no baby food or whatever it is, just breast milk. That's what exclusive breastfeeding is. So now, what are the benefits of exclusive breastfeeding? Number one benefit is that it helps your baby to grow and develop very healthy. It doesn't mean that if you are giving your baby formula that your baby is not going to grow well or develop well, but it's like saying you are giving your baby natural food, no preservation, no nothing, just pure natural food directly from the source. So your baby is sucking your breast milk and it's just like 100%. There's nothing to add, there's nothing to minus. Everything is in the right proportion. All the nutrients that your baby needs to grow at the early stage is there, just present in the breast milk. So number one is that it gives your baby all the nutrients that your baby needs. Another reason why exclusive breastfeeding is beneficial or is advisable is that it helps you to bond with your baby. So you are just with your baby, she's smelling you, you are smelling your baby. The love and the bond that the mother and the child shares, exclusive breastfeeding plays a very strong role in helping you bond properly with your baby. Another thing is that when you are breastfeeding your baby with only milk, there's no risk of maybe diarrhea or any kind of sickness or disease, because your baby might be reacting to some kind of formula. So before you can get the right formula for your baby, you might need to try 1 or 2 milk. And the funny thing is, it's not about how expensive or how good looking the baby food is, because you might say this, your baby is going to eat this and spend fortune in getting a baby food. Meanwhile, the baby will not like it. The baby might be stooling. But if it is breast milk, it is just perfect. Your baby cannot be stooling because of your breast milk. So let's get right into how to successfully do an exclusive breastfeeding for your baby as a 9 to 5 mom. Yes, so I'm going to be sharing my own personal experience as I talk and as I discuss about these things, and I believe you are going to learn 1 or 2 things. So the things you need to consider, the first thing I'm talk about is the factors you need to consider. Number one, what help do you have around you? What help? Do you have your sister? Do you have your brother? Do you have your mother-in-law or your mom around you that's going to help you? You have to resume work. Probably they give you leave at work for 6 weeks or 3 months, and then the leave period is over, but it's not yet up to 6 months. You still want to continue to breastfeed your baby exclusively. So number one thing you should consider is what help do you have at your disposal. For if you are someone that you don't have anybody around you, so to speak, maybe you could even be in the States and then there's nobody around you to help you to like look after your baby at home, you might want to take your baby to maybe a daycare, right? So you need to consider all those factors. But if you have a relative, of course, that relative might probably be with you, or your mom is with you, or your mother-in-law is with you to help you look after your baby. So that's where that one is settled. So it is either you keep your baby at home with a relative, or you take your baby to the daycare. That's baby daycare center. So that's a very important and critical condition you need to consider, a factor you need to consider. So now on the things you'll be needing a breast pump, you'll be needing your baby feeding bottles, you'll be needing a freezer, like a refrigerator and a freezer, not just freezer alone or fridge alone. You need a refrigerator and you need a freezer. And then you'll be needing something you use in sterilizing your equipment, your bottles and your pumping everything, all the stuffs. So what I did when I was trying to breastfeed my baby exclusively for 6 months was that, number one, I got a container that is like a container that is it has cover, it's like a lid, yeah. So I pump breast milk into that container and put it in the freezer. I put it in the freezer so that it's frozen. And what I do is that I don't keep it for long. Probably once I pump today, then it's just for my baby to take the next day, and just like that. So I don't just do maybe pump, although they say you can pump breast milk and store it for as long as possible, but I don't do that. So, and I believe that it is safer and it's better like that. So it's even fresh. It's not something that you keep in freezer and then after 4-5 days, 1 week, you're just giving your baby. No. So maybe you just pump today, as Sunday, maybe by Tuesday your baby is taking it, you know. So you have to have more than a container. You have to have up to 5-6 containers so that you are constantly having milk to like store for your baby. So that's a very, very important step. It's a very important step. So you have to get a breast pumping machine and a lid, like a lid that you can a cover, a container. I'm going to show you now. So you're going to have something like this, and then you're going to be pouring the breast milk inside, and you're going to be storing it in the freezer. Another thing you need to consider on this step in giving your baby exclusive breastfeeding is your health as a mother. You need to eat healthy. It's important. Anything you eat is what your baby is sucking. Anything you drink is what your baby is taking. So you need to take balanced diet food. Eat enough vegetables. Take enough fruits. Drink enough water. In fact, you need to be hydrated all the time. Take enough pap. Like for me now, I take pap in the morning and in the night with enough milk. I use this evaporated milk. This what's the name? Hollandia evaporated milk. That's what I use. And I do baba. That's the red ogi, the red pap, not the yellow one. That's not the one I take. The red pap, very rich one, rich in soya bean and all that. That's what I take in the morning and in the evening before I go to bed. So my breast is constantly filled with water. There's enough water for me to pump. There's enough water for me to store for my baby. So there is enough. So it is really very important if you want to do an exclusive breastfeeding for your baby. You need to take enough liquid. Like water should not even be far from you. You should keep a water bottle to help you like take as much water as possible. Fill the water bottle. Drink as much as you can drink. Take as much as you can take. As you are breastfeeding your baby, be drinking water. Be eating vegetables. Eat a lot of healthy vegetables. Eat a lot of vegetables and healthy food. You know, that is going to help you to stay healthy, and it's going to help you to stay hydrated. You'll be okay, you'll be sound to feed your baby properly. And the beautiful thing is, it will tell when you see your baby. You will love the result and you love the output. Another thing you need to consider. So another thing you need to consider as a breastfeeding mom is that you need to rest properly. Your body is constantly supplying milk. If you need milk development, your mind has to be in a state of rest. Your body has to be in a state of rest. You can't be stressed. If you are stressed, I remember there was a day I was tensed. I was stressed. I knew I was going to office the next day because I've been doing hybrid. At that time, I was doing hybrid, but there was a particular period that most of like for that 3 months after my leave, I had to go to office almost every day. Like 95% of the time, I had to go to the office. You know what that means? So that means I was going to drop my baby at the daycare because my mom and my mother-in-law is not around me. I had to drop my baby and then go. So that means I needed to pump. You know, that night there was no milk because there was no light for some days. So we were unable to like power our freezer. You know, there was no milk. I was just so worried. Like, what's my baby going to take? I didn't want to give my baby formula. I wanted my baby to take breast milk. I was like, what my baby? So I was so tense. I took a lot of pap. I took a lot of water, my dear sisters. It did not work. And my husband said something, and I knew that was the cause. That is because I was tensed and I was under pressure to pump, and my mind was not relaxed. That was why I could not pump. So for you to be able to pump adequate milk for your baby, you need to be in a state of rest. when it's time to rest well and sleep well and get all the help you can get. Don't be shy. Don't say I can do it all, or I am a giant, I am the strongest woman. No, but there's no award for that. So make sure you get all the help you can get from your spouse, from your relative, from your friends, from your siblings. Just get all the help you can, because you need it. So another thing you need to do is that you need to do intermittent pumping. Don't, like what I used to do is that in the morning very early, I don't pump. I give my baby enough breast. I give her enough breast. But once I get back from work, my breast is already very full because she has not been taking it. So I quickly wash it properly with water. I wash it properly with water. Then I pump. Like sometimes I'll pump 2-3 cups like that. I'll just keep it there. By the time after like 2 hours or 3 hours, when I've gotten my baby from daycare, maybe that will be around like 6 or thereabouts, I won't pump. I'll just give her breast to drink. Once she takes her breast like that, in the evening, maybe 8 o'clock, I'll take pap. Before going to bed, I'll pump breast milk again. I already have like 4 containers in the freezer. Do you know what that means? That means the next day, if I'm going to work, I'm not pumping. But you know what? I'll give my baby breast milk in the morning. But you see that container, I will just pick like 3. I don't have to take everything, because she'll be there from maybe in the morning 8 o'clock till 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So I'll just take like 3 or 4. I'll put it in a bag. So that's basically how I did it, and I was able to breastfeed my baby exclusively for 6 months. In summary, get Ziploc bag. That's what you need. Get a pumping breast pumping machine. Get your feeding bottles, up to 3 or 4 or 5, as you depending on your capacity. Make sure that there's a freezer that you can use to store it. Then just do the way I've just shared with you. So I believe you learn 1 or 2 things from this video. And then if you have done an exclusive breastfeeding for your baby, and then you're a 9 to 5 mama and you love to share, please just drop something in the comments. Someone might just read it and pick 1 or 2 lessons from it. So thank you for watching my video. I believe you enjoyed it. And I'll say, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like it and share it with nursing mothers. Like it and share it with mothers that are expecting their babies. You need to prepare yourself emotionally for breastfeeding. It's not something that is easy, so to speak. It's not. You have to decide in your mind, and then at the end of the day, it has to be your decision, because it is your body. You have to decide that, okay, I want to sacrifice this, I want to do this for my baby. I did not even believe I'll be able to do it 6 months. I was like, no, I won't be able to do it. I even told my husband that, no, this girl will buy food for this girl, I'm not going to be able to do it and all that. But I went to the pharmacy to get the milk, the formula. They wrote breastfeeding is the best for your baby. Not like I don't know, but I was like, I bought it and I didn't give the baby. I didn't give her. In fact, I had to throw the milk away because I did not give her. So you have to be mentally ready, emotionally ready for all these things. So as you are pregnant, prepare your mind. What kind of things do I want to do? Do I want to add formula, or do I want to do exclusive breastfeeding? Even though it's advisable to do exclusive breastfeeding in order to help your baby. But then if you cannot, then it's not a big deal. So thank you once again for watching my video. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so. And give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Share. See you in my next video. Bye.